When it comes to your emotional reactivity issues, trying to figure it out is highly overrated. There's this idea, and it's not completely without basis in fact, but there's this idea that if I just figure out the origins of my issues, then I will have solved the problem. And obviously, figuring out the origins of your issues can do a lot about solving the problem. For example, a lot of people are in denial about their childhood. They kind of have a mythology of how everything was great, or everything was fine, or everybody did their best, no matter what happened. And this isn't to say that there's a need to go out and switch that around and start blaming everybody for everything. But, for example, if you realize, oh, I had an abusive childhood. I just thought that was normal. Now I realize it was abusive. That can be a great aha moment, and it can bring in a lot of healing. It can bring in a lot of forgiveness of the self. So, don't get me wrong. It is essential to deconstruct the things that have brought you to the state where you're in the pattern that you're in, the pattern that you would like to release. But it's not enough, right? It's helpful, it's a good thing, but it's not sufficient to change the pattern on the level that counts, the emotional level. You can say, my parents yelled at me all the time, and that's why I yell at my kids, and now I understand. But if you're still getting pissed off yelling at your kids in a highly reactive way that you regret later, you haven't solved the problem, you've just explained it. It's like if you're driving down the freeway and you get a flat tire because you ran over a nail, and you say, oh, I know why I have a flat tire. I ran over a nail. And then you keep driving, damaging your car even more. It doesn't do much good to keep driving talking about your knowledge of why the tire is flat. You need to stop the car and change that tire. Otherwise, you're going to have bigger problems down the line, and very quickly. So, just realize in your own process of healing and personal transformation that intellectual understanding is vital. It absolutely is. But it's not sufficient. It's one small part of the process. And in order to do the rest, you're going to need to do some emotional processing. And that means feeling your feelings and letting your intellect take a back seat as you deal with it. And there are a lot of different ways of dealing with that. The worst, in my opinion, except for emergencies, being drugging yourself to not feel these feelings, because that will just end up suppressing them, driving them underground so that they can emerge stronger later on. Find a method of whatever works for you. It might be traditional talk therapy. It might be the type of things that I do, like energy healing and hypnosis. It might be breath work. There are a million different healing techniques. Even yoga will get you into your body, feeling things. It's not necessarily going to clear everything up, but it will get you more grounded and aware most of the time, for most people. So realize that you do have emotional processing to do, and that understanding the origins of things, figuring out the root causes of your issues, it's a great thing to do, but it's not enough. There's more work to do. Sorry to be the one to tell you. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to find out more information about the work I do, go to my website, andysway.com.